course, for the most important part of your diet, whether you're trying to gain or lose weight, is
I can't just call you when the moon is rising. I'm craving every moment with you. I can't just need you.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Yasmin. I make health and fitness content to help you along your fitness journey with tips and tricks that have helped me along mine. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on that post notification bell so you never miss a video. Today's video is going to be a part 2 to the diet series, and today's topic is going to be breaking diet down. And this is going to be a little Dumb and Dumber's guide for all of us that really need it. So as a little refresher, if you haven't watched the part 1, I highly suggest you watching that after you watch this video. I'll go ahead and link it above, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a refresh on what diet is and what diet is not. So let's go ahead and pull out our handy dandy dictionary and give you guys a term for diet. A diet is the kinds of food that a person, animal, or community habitually eats. It is simply the way you choose to eat. What a diet is not is a fad, a trend, or short-term way of eating that is not sustainable for the rest of your life. It is simply not dying to get the results that you desire. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Section 1, we are going to be talking about macronutrients and micronutrients. So what is a macronutrient? A macronutrient is simply the bulk of your calories. Take into consideration the first portion of the word, macro, and the bulk of these calories are your protein, your carbohydrates, and your fats. Micronutrients, like I said at the beginning of the word, is micro, which means it's smaller. And they are the small amount of calories in your diet, but they are nutritionally dense, and they serve your body with the vitamins and minerals that you need to survive. And section 2 is going to be the most important part of your diet, whether you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, it doesn't matter, is going to be calories. Of course, you guys have probably heard calories in, calories out, because this is just thermodynamics. It's just the way our bodies work. We are designed to be creatures of ingesting and using the calories that we eat to use as fuel to go throughout our day. And if you're eating in a calorie surplus and you're eating extra calories, you're gonna put on size, which a lot of people that are trying to gain muscle, a lot of people that have a harder time putting on weight, are typically going to be in a calorie surplus, versus somebody that is trying to lose weight. They're going to be eating less calories than they are burning to lose the weight that they need. Calories come from the macronutrients we just spoke about, protein, carbs, and fats. And calories are simply the energy and the fuel that our body needs to function. I also need you guys to understand that calories do not only serve the fuel you need to fuel a workout and to give you energy to move throughout the day. It also helps function your vital organs, such as your heart, your reproductive system, even your skin, your hair, your nails. So if you are not eating enough calories for a certain period of time, then you're probably gonna see a decline in all of that to fuel our reproductive system. That is the beauty of the body and how smart our body is. When I was in a severe calorie deficit and I got too thin, I was about 86 pounds, my body actually stopped giving me my menstrual cycle, which is known for our beautiful period. As much as I do not like my period every month, I actually appreciate it a lot better when I was no longer able to have it. But that's the beauty of our body, because our body does not need to reproduce children. Our body is gonna put that on the back burner so we can actually be alive and functioning and living. If you are in an extreme calorie deficit, it's not always a good thing. Section 3 is going to be about calorie density and high volume eating. What is calorie density? Calorie density is pretty much just the amount of calories in a certain food for the amount of grams or the amount of weight per gram. So to break that even further down, if you're gonna take a handful of almonds, which is like literally like that much, that's gonna be like a good 200 calories, versus having a bowl of low-fat popcorn, which is gonna be 4 cups, which is like pretty much a whole bowl of popcorn. That's the difference between high calorie density and high volume food. Take your almonds and popcorn, of course without the butter, okay? So if you're going to be eating high calorie dense foods, you're probably not going to be as full as eating a high volume food. How does this work for two different people? If somebody's trying to gain weight, they're going to be better off eating the almonds, and if somebody's trying to lose weight, they're going to be better off eating the popcorn, which is going to keep them satiated for a lot longer. This can also serve somebody that has an extremely high appetite. Somebody like me, I used to have binge eating disorder, and because I had binge eating disorder for about 5 years, my stomach stretched a lot, and I can fit a lot of food in that bad boy. I'm just like garbage disposal. Like if you give me food, I'm going to chow down and I can't stop. So for for me, I do better off with a diet that's high volume. Even though I don't need to necessarily lose weight, I still function better on high volume foods. So you don't need to only eat high volume foods when you are trying to lose weight. It is 100% an amazing tool to use when you're trying to lose weight, but you can also use it if you just have a very high appetite and you're trying to be at maintenance and you're not trying to put a bunch of size on, because you could put down 2 tubs of ice cream in one sitting. Section 4 is going to be macronutrients, and we're going to go ahead and break this down for you so you get a better understanding of what macronutrients are, how many calories each macronutrient has, and what food groups these macronutrients fall under. So let's go ahead and start with our favorite, which is carbohydrates, aka carbs for short. Also probably the one you are most familiar with for the infamous carbs will make you fat, and for the keto vultures that are trying to make you cut out all these carbs because they are vicious. This is a vicious macronutrient to the keto vultures, okay? Don't eat carbs. No, not here. Mrs. Thickums needs her carbs. And here's why. Carbohydrates are your body's preferred energy source. They provide energy to your muscles during movement and exercise. So if you are trying to grow that ass, don't skimp on them. I also did go keto for a little bit, and I did notice that I didn't feel good, and I did it for a while, guys. I know a little keto vulture is gonna be like, well, it's gonna take time. Girl, I went through that. I did not feel as good as I felt on a moderate carb diet. Next up is going to be our baby, which is protein. And protein is literally the building blocks to muscle growth. It provides the body with amino acids, which in turn help the body restore the muscle you just beat up. Do not fall for protein will make you bulky. That's the #1 thing I heard when I first started taking protein shakes. And guess what, guys? I'm looking more feminine than ever. A diet with a sufficient amount of protein will keep you looking nice and toned. And it also is really good for your skin, hair, and nails, guys. So don't stop trying to cut on protein. Lastly is going to be fat. Fat has a bad rep for the name itself. I mean, for the love of God, it's fat. Typically, the word fat is associated with somebody that's healthy or overweight, or maybe even classified as obese or morbidly obese. But this kind of fat isn't that. Dietary fats are essential in giving our body an adequate supply of energy and promotes cell growth. In addition, fat promotes healthy hormonal function. PMS, ladies. PMS. And most importantly, good skin and hair and nails. Because honestly, I remember the times that I was having a low-fat diet and my skin, whoo, she took a toll. My skin took a big ass toll, and my hair was just, she wasn't smooth, she wasn't silky, she was string-like. So don't cut any of them out. My take on all 3 of these macronutrients is not cutting any of them out, because I, out of experience, have cut every single one of them out and have only experienced negative results. So keep all the macros and feel good about them. Now for the calorie portion of each macronutrient. So as we explained earlier, macronutrients are calories in protein, carb, and fat form. So the macronutrients for carbs and protein are going to be the same, which is 4 calories per gram, but fat is going to be higher. So it's gonna be 9 calories per gram. And something I do wanna take note on is alcohol. If you guys do drink alcohol, I do not. But if you guys do drink alcohol, it is 7 calories per gram. Now that we broke that all down, let's go ahead and get into different types of food groups that they fall under. So let's go ahead and start with our carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are gonna be things like bread, quinoa, rice. Protein, chicken, eggs, egg whites, salmon, fish, yogurt. Fats are going to be things like oils, nuts, seeds, avocado. And you're going to have your in-betweens. So things like salmon have both protein and fats in them. Things like steak have both protein and fat in them. And things like donuts have both carbohydrates and fats in them. And you have those little combination foods that have a little mix of both, versus things like rice cakes that will just have strictly carbs, or things like simple fruits have just straight up carbs. So my overall take on diet is to be balanced, have every macronutrient, and use the tips that I gave you on calories in, calories out, body types, calorie density, and high volume eating as a tool in your toolbox to help assist you on your weight loss journey, weight gain journey. I hope this video could have helped you in any way, shape, or form. Leave a comment down below on what your struggles are with diet. If you haven't already watched my diet series part 1, go ahead and watch it here. And as always, I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.
We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. Don't know if I can decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave me wondering what